Hey, Brian here, Coffee with a Disability, guys. Take a look at this. That is a Turkish coffee. You put it in the bottom of the glass, you pour the hot water over it, boiling hot water. You let it sit, you stir it up, you let it sit. It's kind of like mud at the bottom. Amazing cup of coffee. Anyway, I digress. I wanted to talk again today, something that I know I've brought up as an important topic in the past, and I keep seeing it, and I wanted to talk about it again to kind of give a public service announcement almost. Are you covered by workers' compensation? The general rule has always been if you were working, then you're basically covered by workers' compensation. Your employer has to have it. But there's a big dispute about who is or what is an employer, especially in today's world, in this gig economy that we still have. So there's some crazy stuff going on. Things like, in New York, if you drive for Uber, you are covered. But if you deliver for Uber Eats, you are not. And in fact, we just had another one where we had somebody reach out to us and they were a franchisee for like a tool company. But what they do is this big national tool company sells its tools through individual small person franchisees, franchises. So you can go become your own franchise, and then you get a route and you sell to different construction sites or people that you know and stuff like that. And when it's set up that way, technically you are your own employer, even though you're doing all this work for the franchise. And if you get hurt while you're working, you have to have your own insurance. And in New York, you can exclude yourself from insurance if you are the sole owner of the business and you don't want to pay the extra money to cover workers' compensation insurance. And guess what happens if you get injured? You're done. There is nothing you can do. If you don't have your own insurance, then you can't sue the franchise, because guess what? They're going to say, wait a second, we just provide you that stuff. You are your own business. So there's a lot of really messy, weird things going on around that, around the gig economy. And the most important thing is to try to make sure that if you are doing certain things that are not going to be covered by workers' compensation, that you insure yourself, because if you get hurt or you get injured, nobody is going to step in to help you. So I just wanted to kind of bring that up because it's been something that I've seen more and more of, and it can be a real problem. So try to know your rights where you can know your rights, and make sure that, even if you have little things like Aflac, a lot of times that's the type of thing that will cover at least some medical expenses if you're not going to get covered by workers' comp. But the best bet is to really understand and be clear about what work-related injuries are and who you're working for, and if you're entitled to get benefits. If you have any questions about this or anything else, give me a shout out and enjoy your coffee.